A mother's desperate hope for her child's survival is fading in the wake of a catastrophic school collapse in Sidoarjo, East Java, Indonesia. The tragedy unfolded on September 29, 2025, when the Khoziny Islamic boarding school, a four-story building, crumbled during afternoon prayers, trapping dozens of students and staff beneath the rubble. Among the victims was 14-year-old Muhfi Alfian, a bright and generous student. Earlier that day, his mother, Janti Mandasari, had spoken with him over the phone. He had called to ask for money to treat his friends to snacks, a seemingly ordinary conversation, yet Janti later described feeling a deep, inexplicable sense of unease. Her worst fears were realized when she learned that the school had collapsed while students were praying, leaving her son and many others trapped. Emergency responders immediately launched rescue operations. Teams equipped with thermal drones, seismic scanners, and search dogs combed through the debris to detect signs of life. Initial reports brought a glimmer of hope as 5 students were rescued in the first hours. However, as days passed, no further survivors were found. The crucial 72-hour, golden period, for rescue ended, and authorities shifted focus from rescue to recovery. Heavy machinery was brought in to remove large portions of rubble, a process coordinated with families to ensure their consent and understanding. As of October 2, 2025, 5 deaths had been confirmed, while 59 individuals remained missing. The tragedy has ignited national concern over building safety and construction oversight. Investigations revealed that unauthorized construction had been underway on the upper floors, overloading the building's foundations and ultimately causing structural failure. The Khoziny School was part of Indonesia's extensive network of Islamic boarding schools, many of which have expanded without strict supervision, raising serious questions about regulatory enforcement and safety compliance. For Janti and other grieving families, each passing hour is agonizing. Hope persists for some, but the grim reality becomes harder to ignore. Families wait for updates with fear and uncertainty, navigating the emotional turmoil of not knowing the fate of their loved ones. Parents recall their children's last words and moments with painful clarity, magnifying the sense of helplessness in the face of such overwhelming loss. The disaster has sparked a broader dialogue on the urgent need for stricter regulations and monitoring of construction practices in educational institutions, particularly in religious schools that often operate outside standard oversight. Public outcry has emphasized that lessons from this tragedy must translate into concrete action to prevent future collapses. The Khoziny School collapse stands as a haunting reminder of the consequences of neglecting building safety. For the affected families, the grief is immeasurable, and the search for accountability continues. The tragedy underscores the fragility of life and the profound responsibility borne by communities, authorities, and institutions to protect the young and vulnerable. As recovery efforts continue, the nation grapples with shock and sorrow. Amid the rubble, there is an urgent call for reform, transparency, and justice. While some hope remains for the missing, the story of Khoziny School will long serve as a solemn warning of the devastating cost of overlooked safety and oversight. The collapse has left an indelible mark on Sidoarjo and the wider Indonesian community, highlighting the need for vigilance, compassion, and reform to safeguard future generations. Janti Mandasari's fading hope mirrors the collective grief of countless families, yet it also represents a call to action. A plea that no child should face such